All right, you guys, in this tutorial, we are going to talk about points of interest, resources in the Overland Bound 1 app. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so points of interest are shown on the map as a series of icons. Just looking at the variety, you can see there's a bunch of different types of point of interest resources. Now, with Overland Bound 1, these types of resources are very important, and we go through quite a bit of effort to make sure of the integrity of these resources. Every resource that is added to the OB1 app goes into an administration queue, and we make sure that it is what it says it is and that it's in the right location. Now, if you save a point of interest privately, it does not go through the administration process, and it is not uploaded for public visibility. It's uploaded and saved, but it won't be visible by the public. Okay, now on the map here, if you are at a low zoom level, which is a high altitude, that's confusing, and you tap in a cluster of point of interest icons, you will get a horizontally scrolling list of all of the points of interest in that area, and they will highlight as you scroll through them. If you zoom in close and tap, of course, you will get just that point of interest. In this case, I tapped on a off-road trailhead with a GPX track, and it automatically zoomed to display the full track. Now let's talk about the summary card. The summary card provides useful information about the location, information you need right away, and then it also gives you a number of different tools. Okay, so the information, clearly we have the title. In this case, there is no address found for this location because it is in a rural area, so no street address is added. It has the rating of this location, and where it says review, you can tap that to see all reviews for this location. Of course, there's a feature image, and then again, any blue text in the app can be tapped and copied to the clipboard. Any blue text in the app you can do something with. In this case, I tapped the coordinates, but you can also tap the three-word address. Three-word address, that is accurate within 3 meters, and you can use three-word addresses in the Overland Bound 1 map search and any application that supports three-word addresses and three-word address lookup. Okay, you see the distance away from you, in this case 145 miles away from where I currently am, and you will see whether the location is public or private. Most locations you see in the app will be public. They've been added by other people, but if you added this location and you made it private, no one else will see it, and that will say private. Now, here's a little bit of advanced Overland Bound 1 usage. If you share a private location to somebody, that link will display the location in their app. If you just want to give them the location, but you don't want it to be visible to anyone else. However, as soon as they tap away from the summary card or they close the location, they will no longer see the location on the map because it's private. If they want to save it, then they would choose the bookmark tab, and that would make the location visible to them even though it's private and they no longer have the location active. That's a bit of advanced usage. So if you do have a private location and you want to keep it private, don't share it, because once they have that location, they can bookmark it and they can save it. So only do that with your close circle of friends that you trust. You want to show them your private location. Okay, now let's get into the rest of these tools. The bookmark feature, you bookmark and then it will show on the bookmarks tab. That will show, and all the other locations are gone. That is what the bookmark tab is for, is to only show locations that are bookmarked. In the near future, this will probably become the main map tab. So it will be renamed to main map. So don't be confused by that. If you go to your app and you only see a main map tab, that's probably going to change in the near future. Okay, now edit. If you are the author of this location, you can edit this location. So you will see I will hit the edit because I'm the author of this location. And you can see I can change all of the details of that location. Share. This allows you to share with anyone. It brings up your operating system, whether you're Android or iOS. Share utility menu, part of the operating system, and you can share via text, via email, however you would like. If they have the Overland Bound 1 app, it will open and it will look just like this. It will open on the summary card when your friend or whoever you shared it with taps on the link. If they do not have Overland Bound 1, then it will prompt them to download Overland Bound 1 so they can view the location. Navigate, very clear. You can select your favorite turn-by-turn street navigation and navigate right to that location. And then copy, we'll copy the address if the address is known. If there is an address, you can copy an address by the onto the clipboard that is different than the GPS coordinates. The feature tab you're seeing, that is a admin feature, okay? All right, now we are gonna go into the actual details screen. This is called the location details screen. In the upper right-hand side, you can access the edit screen if you are the author. In the case of off-road trailheads, you will see the trail rating, the difficulty rating, and if you need to know what that rating means, you can hit the information icon and it will bring up that trail rating so you know specifically what it means. We try to make the trail ratings not subjective, and we did not make them up. We pulled from a bunch of different resources to come up with our 1 through 10 rating. Now, every resource point of interest location type has different information. When you add a point of interest location, that will be a different tutorial, you are asked for specific information that is relevant to that type of resource. Again, these are very important inside the Overland Bound 1 app, and we want them to be as accurate as possible for people who are looking up information. Okay, then below you have the reviews. Again, you can click review all to see all the reviews. You have another share button and another bookmark button in here for convenience. Then you have the description. Now the download offline map button that you see here. This again is for off-road trailheads only, but that is in addition to the download offline map button on the main map. On the main map, you select the area. In the detail tab, if you click this offline map download, it will only download around the trail. So it's an efficient way to get exactly what you need downloaded. It is a download around the trail exactly plus 5 miles. So you have a little bit of buffer space. Export GPX, you can export the GPX file to your friends if they're using another GPX app, or you can export the GPX so they can import it if they would like. We have location information here, and of course, all the blue text is tappable, so I can tap and get those coordinates. There is no address here, so that doesn't do me any good. And then I can get the 3-word address. Again, the 3-word address can be used in the Overland Bound search tab, and 3-word addresses, incidentally, they also work offline. So we have the whole database of global 3-word addresses bundled with the app so that it works offline. Okay, trail details. This is specific to off-road trailhead, of course. You also have the altitude profile. You have any recommended equipment that the author recommended you have. We pull other information from the GPX file that might be useful to you in evaluating this trip. The overall review, you can read the reviews, And then two more important buttons before we wrap up. One is suggest and edit. Again, point of interest quality, very important to us. So here you can let us know if something is wrong with this location and tell us to edit it. And we constantly edit when people use the suggest and edit feature. You can send us a picture and show us what's wrong or what needs to be adjusted, and we will make an adjustment. And then finally, of course, review this resource. We would love for you to add your own review. You get credit on the point of interest. It will show your review with your user avatar, and participating in reviews and suggesting an edit. Those also, incidentally, for you guys who enjoy this type of thing, you will earn trophies and get points that go to your community rank in the Overland Bound app. Your community rank just shows your participation and involvement. And if you want to learn more about your rank, you can go into the user profile, your profile, the member profile, and scroll down and you'll see a link to your current rank, the different tracks, and adventurer. You can see it says things like add 2 of every type of location, suggest an edit for 10 locations, quality is key. So you will earn points by participating in that way. Okay, you guys, those are points of interest. Please let me know. I'll review the comments if there are any further questions about points of interest locations, and we'll also have a separate tutorial on how to add locations. Okay, see you in the next tutorial.